Hi everyone, I'm Shady
Hey guys, Giacomo.
Hey everyone, Luke's here.
from Milan-Cagliari, Melbourne, and we're going to have a quick chat about the Cagliari game tonight or tomorrow morning here in Melbourne. And before we get started though, guys, just because we brought this up a couple of videos ago, a couple of games ago, we were talking about Tonali, signing Tonali, right? Or the possibility of signing him. And we've been reading that he's like pretty much agreed terms with everything with Inter.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. I thought it was going to happen the whole time because they were the strongest links to him. But I still have a little bit of hope out that he'll do a backflip and sign with us. But it looks to be dead and gone.
Yeah, and it's almost as if that the ceiling fate of us with the Europa was kind of the turning point, maybe possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
and the Champions League football has just kind of tipped it over, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think Inter were trying to get him because Brescia have been asking for 50 mil, and Inter's been trying to get him cheaper. And then once I think we put in an offer that they were going to accept. I think Inter just matched it, and Tonali I think he wants to go there for, like Luke said, with the Champions League and stronger league.
I was really hoping, even expecting Milan just to go full out and put everything on the table for him, because he is that player that you can see playing for us or for your team for years and years. But if it's not meant to be, we've got to move on.
Not much we can do. Yeah, like you guys were saying, it has happened, those U-turns. I remember Kondogbia when they signed him. It wasn't any good for them, but I mean, yeah, it's happened before. Yeah. But if it was, I don't know, if it was really ultimately his call to go into just for Champions League next season, it's a bit short-sighted because he's young and we've got it's very young and growing. If he really was, I mean, that's the reason. I'm not sure. We obviously never know the details with these things. But yeah, if that was the only reason, then I'd be a bit disappointed in him before anything.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing. I think it looks like we've got a bit of a future ahead of us now that we can look forward to more so than we did even 6 months ago. So it is disappointing.
Yeah,
definitely.
Looking ahead of next season, I think we're looking good, right? What do you think about I know we've had heaps of names linked to us, like we were talking about earlier about Jovic, we were talking about potentially Milik from Napoli, but all of those were like on the assumption that Ranić would take over and Ibra was leaving. Now Ranić is purely staying, and it looks like Ibra is probably staying too. How do you guys think that will play out? Do you think we'll sign up anyone up front, or good?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because we still don't really have as much depth, I don't think, as we should have, and I think that's kind of exposed us that once. I mean, Rebic is out of this game, and Leo will come in, and he's good, but for 90 minutes or however long you have to play him, he's a bit unpredictable. And then if he goes out, we're kind of exposed even more. So we do need a bit more depth. And Ibra, you can't make long-term plans with him. So it is interesting. I think that I don't know if they've really made their long-term or their transfer plans as such with purely, because with Rangnick, as you were saying, it seemed like everything, the ball was moving and everything was in motion, but it's changed.
I read that an interview with Pioli that he's stated that the owners are willing to invest more money than usual in order for us to get some targets. Which was why I was hoping that the Tonali thing would get done, but obviously not. But if they're willing to put in money, then we could be able to get a few. Where do you guys think we need to strengthen up the most?
I would say like right back. Not sure about centre back for now. I'm not sure about centre half now. Right back, and definitely going forward next season, if we're playing in the Europa League as well, we'll have another competition, more games, more injuries potentially. I think we would need someone in attack. I mean, if we're not going to be relying on people coming through like the Primavera, then we definitely need to sign someone up front.
And who do you guys think we should probably let go of going forward?
I think Bilia has run his course at the club. He was not a bad player originally, but he's sort of fallen out of it. I don't know. I think we just got to cut off some loose ends that are sort of taking up space that aren't really going to be involved in the team so much.
Okay.
I don't know if all of our loan players have signed officially to the other teams. I think I saw Suso has signed permanently elsewhere. I'm not sure if Rodriguez is signed permanently yet.
Not yet.
But players like that, I reckon we should cut off the books and open up some cap space.
Mm. And it's interesting whether they'll try to lock in a Rebic over this summer or not, or let that loan roll on. But I think from all everything that's coming out of Milan, it sounds like we do want to seal him and keep him on the books.
That would make sense. That would make sense now.
Oh, I want him absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Great. And I think he's earned himself a permanent deal with us. He's really good on the pitch. He's really good for the team.
The thing that I like about him the most is the aggression that he brings. A lot of the last few years, the tendencies of our players have been to sort of look like they don't even want to be out there to a point. And even though his temper can get the best side of him sometimes, it's good to see someone play with passion for the club again.
Yeah, a bit of grit though. We've been missing
since Ibra got back. A lot of players have been playing like that, where the last few years it's pretty much just been Romagnoli and Donnarumma and Bonaventura, obviously. So
yeah, I'd love for Bonaventura to stay on. I mean, even as a squad player. But I mean, I don't know. The guy practically carried us on his shoulders these past few years, and going forward at least. So I would love to see him. And he always seems to give his heart and soul. He doesn't leave anything on the pitch. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So I don't know. It looks like it's done and dusted. It looks like he's not going to be around next season. But I'd love for him to stay on.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right, let's get into the game. Cagliari, nothing to play for really. We don't have much to play for in a sense, other than to keep our momentum going. How do you guys see this one playing out?
I think we've got we've got obviously nothing to play for points wise or position wise because that's all set. But I think what we have to play for is just next season the way we started. I mean, we've been hot since the lockdown finished, and we're the most informed team in the comp. So if we can finish on that high note, I reckon we could hopefully start on it next season. So I think we've got more to play for than them.
Right. Yeah. I don't see this team that we have at the moment with the form that they're in taking the foot off the gas for this last match. I think the message will be pretty strong that we need to finish this season off well and keep proving ourselves that we are that team that we want to be. So hopefully that happens. We'll see. But Cagliari, I think, as they proved with Juve last match, they're not stepping off the gas either. They're happy to pounce on a team that doesn't rock up on the day.
Anybody in particular do you see as a threat for them going forward against us? Should we be worried about anyone in particular?
Yeah, for me, I mean, Pedro is the one that I like at Cagliari. Obviously, no Nainggolan playing, so that'll ease things up a touch. But I mean, their second half of the season hasn't been too flashy.
No.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think we just have to watch, like Luke said, Pedro and probably Simeone as well. I mean, that's always our Achilles is sometimes our defence. It's been relatively good lately, but that's always the part we have to watch, I think.
Yeah, they have been caught. Our defenders do sometimes are guilty of ball watching or,
Yeah.
All right. Anyone in particular on our end other than usual suspects? Any hot tips?
Any hot tips?
I think probably the same as usual. I'd love to see Leao, look like he wants to be out there more. You can see how much potential the kid's got. Yeah. Like with that strike late against in the last match, he's got so much potential there, but he sort of just runs around lazy, like too cool for school. If he could just convert that into a little bit of get some of the aggression that someone like Rebic has or something like that, you can see that he's got potential to be a star.
Yeah. I'd love to see our Teo goal, Hernandez.
Yeah.
He's been almost my favourite player of the season, so I'd like to see him finish off with something spectacular.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think I agree with both of you, and I think Leao, if he channeled the energy he puts into his social media accounts, into actual energy on the pitch, I think he'll be fine because he is. Yeah, the talent and the potential is there for everyone to see. There's no debating it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, predictions.
I think we'll keep a clean sheet tonight. I think we'll finally get one.
Bold prediction.
We haven't looked too shaky. A couple of VAR penalties, which Giorgio had covered easily, and then we've been hit with 2 cracking strikes in the last 2 weeks to not get the clean sheet. So I think we'll finally keep one. I reckon we'll win 3-0, same as last week. My prediction.
3-0. Luke.
So, I think as you said, Giorgio's been in good form. So I'll say they'll score 1, but I still think 3-1.
All right.
I can't see us losing.
All right. I'm gonna stick with. I mean, I'm gonna say I want to keep a clean sheet. I hope we do. I hope I'm wrong, but I see us conceding. I'm gonna go all out. It's the last game of the season. I'm gonna say 5-2 to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good to watch. That'll be a good one.
There's nothing to play for. I mean, the guys are gonna enjoy it. I think. Maybe we'll step up a couple of times at the back, but I hope I'm wrong.
Is there an Ibrahimovic hat trick in there?
Ooh, I'd hope so.
He's on track, isn't he?
You wouldn't bet against it. You wouldn't bet against it. That's for sure.
You wouldn't.
I hope so. No, definitely. And I hope Bonaventura gets a goal as well. I've been saying that for really good. Especially if this is like his last game, it would be good. Send off.
Yeah, great.
Sweet. Guys, we'll definitely catch up within the next week. We'll do a roundup of the season. We'll all have a chat.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that sounds good. And we look forward to our predictions. As always, Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
I'm sorry. Forza Milan.